Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, do you remember a couple months ago, it was probably a little less than that, I had two shoes, one on this pair and one on this pair that did this. You remember that? Well, guess what? It held, and the other side of the shoe came apart, and I know it's different because on this one it had run over on the side over here. Do you remember that? And this one is fine. It's stuck fine. And this one is good on the front, okay? And so I just wanted to let you know it does work, and to prove it, I'm gonna do it again. This was the stuff I used. It's called Simple Green. The original super glue, Fix All it's called, and I got it from my mother's local dollar store, and now everything nowadays is about $1.25, and see right there, $1.25. But this will do it. Fix All adhesive, and it's from Super Glue. And as I recall, I just put it on the side. Let's see here. I'll get this thing. I'll get this opened here. And you remember I got like 3 containers of this because I wasn't sure for the other shoes how much of the container it would use. And as far as I remember it, I used only one of these and it fixed 2 shoes. Now I'm not going to pull this any further apart, and it tells you to put it on both sides of this, okay? And so I'm going to open this up. I should have a little paper towel here, shouldn't I? And this has the back side of that has the little poker. I'll poke a little hole in it like that. Okay. And I'm going to squirt it on. Let's see. Before I do that, I better get something. I better bring my little nail bag, my Pop's nail bag over here. Figure out what I'm going to use to hold these apart. And I remembered I used a little screwdriver last time because the nail puller was holding my other shoe, and I think I could do something like that. See, just with my nail puller, and I'll have to be careful. I'm just doing a little dry run here, and I think I can do it like that. I got to make sure. Yeah, that'll work. I had this tilted sideways from before, and it started coming out and running down the edge of the shoe. So see, I got to make sure that this doesn't want to tilt. Okay, and I'm going to saturate this puppy, and it says to leave this on here. What was it, 15 minutes? I'll have to read the directions. I think it was 15 minutes before putting the two together, kind of like contact cement. But this was designed, it's designed for leather and all kinds of different things. Okay, actually I guess I'm only going to use a half. I don't know when I'm going to use the other amount of that. Oh, I gotta turn it this way. Yeah. Okay, I'll turn it this way. And I'm just gonna leave it just like that. Yeah. And hope that not too much of it runs, and it won't. I'll read the direction on there, about 15 minutes. Okay? And that's it. That's all I have to do. I'm looking at that, make sure it's not going to run all over the place. I think that's going to be fine. And this stuff, you know, you can get shoe goo at the store. But man, I don't know how much the shoe goo would probably cost, but maybe $10, $1.25. Are you kidding me? See here, flexible bond, bonds and repairs, waterproofs, permanent, works on leather, fabric, paper, ceramic, metal, wood, plastic, and more. When it said leather, and I'm sure it does rubber too, because it's the leather sole and the rubber, heavy rubber bottom heel portion, and that's it. I was going to use this whole thing, but hey, I only used half of it. I'm sure I can use that for something else. I have no idea when I'm going to use that next, but I guess I can use it for other things. This was the only thing I had used it on before, and I've worn these shoes now for a couple months to test it out, and it seemed to hold on there nice and snug as a bug in a rug. Ah, there's a little piece. Okay, I had to clean off the side of my shoe, but nobody ever notices. Okay, nobody ever noticed that, and it really kept on there tight. I'll have to go get some string, because remember before I took a piece of string, I wrapped it around here to push it together, you know, when this dries. And I'm pretty sure it said oh well, here one says apply to both sides to be glued, let dry for 10 minutes, press parts together, maximum strength is achieved in 24 hours. So you don't want to wear your shoes for at least 24 hours, and I waited a couple days as a matter of fact. Okay, for rough, uneven, or very porous surfaces, apply a thick layer to each surface and wait 30 minutes before joining parts together. So see, there's different directions for different things on the back of that. $1.25, are you kidding me? That's all there was to it. Okay, so I'm going to look at my watch here, and I've been meaning to fix these for a while. It's 235, 237 right now, 235, 50. I could do it maybe 3 o'clock. That should be plenty, right? I'm gonna have to remember that. I'll bring my string out here at 3 o'clock. I'm gonna put this together, and then I'm just gonna tie it together with some rope, with some string. You could put something heavy on it probably, or maybe just bond the two together and let it sit. But I want the extra mile, and I'll put some string on it or something just to tie it. I could take a piece of wire and wrap it around there and tie it tight. Whatever you've got will work. Okay. Make sure you watch the rest of this video, and I'll show you me putting it together, and hopefully it's gonna work just fine. Well, that's all I have for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. Oh yeah, fix my shoe for $1.25.